Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is my Manchester United versus Brighton preview. Manchester United are back. No matter what current situation we're in, even though we're in a shambles right now, I can't wait to see United back at Old Trafford. Club football back, no more international football, no more boring England. We're back with the team that I love, Man United. And what an important match this is. Yeah, for both teams really. Simply put, Manchester United have to win this game. We've only picked up 6 points out of 12 so far. I wanted at least 9 by this stage, but we've been well below par. But however, our strengths typically lie when we're at home. We haven't lost at home since we'd lost to Brighton last year, which was the first game of the season. We have gone 20 unbeaten at home in the league, and I think it's like 32 unbeaten now, or 31 unbeaten in all competitions, because we did lose to Real Sociedad last year, even though that match didn't really count because we still got through the group, so it didn't really make a difference. And the fact that we lost that match actually made us come second in the group, which means that we got that amazing match against Barcelona, and that match was amazing to watch. So yeah, so Brighton have looked good so far. Obviously they've lost Caicedo and McAllister this season, so you would have thought they wouldn't be as good. Midfield's kind of changed a bit. They were their I don't know whether they were two of the best players, but they were high quality players that they've lost, and you'd say that's difficult to recover from, but they're looking great. They beat Newcastle last time 3-1, Evan Ferguson scored a hat-trick. The only match they've lost so far has been to a very good and informed West Ham team. And even in that game, Brighton did dominate. They just couldn't finish their chances, which has been kind of the tale of Brighton for the past few years. Can't finish their chances. Manchester United have absolutely loads of players unavailable. So I'll go through them all. We're still without Varane and Mount for injury. I think Varane's back soon, and I think Mount's back in October or something like that. Shaw's still injured, Malassi is still injured, and unfortunately, which is really annoying because I really wanted to see him play, Amrabat is unavailable due to injury also. I think it's a back injury. We seem to be buying all the injured players right now. Don't know what's going on. But Amrabat, yeah, he's injured, but hopefully he'll be back for Bayern. I hope he is, because we need that aggression in the midfield. I want him and Casemiro in the middle. That's going to be an aggressive midfield. They're going to fight for every ball. I like that. Also, obviously, we're without Anthony, as he's unavailable due to the current situation with his girlfriend. I'm not going to go into that until anything has been resolved. And then Sancho's not available to be picked due to his altercation with the manager after his comments last week after the Arsenal game. Obviously, Ten Hag called him out in the press conference, saying he wasn't training well enough, so that's why he didn't get to play. And then Sancho replied with a tweet saying that basically it's a load of shite. So yeah, he's training by himself. So yeah, a lot of players unavailable. We're only on to the 5th game, which is really poor. We have Bayern midweek also as well. We need a squad, so it's not looking good. I think we're going to have to, I don't know, maybe Maguire might play today. I don't know, because we're going to need a strong squad ready for Bayern Munich away, because that's the hardest game in the group, especially with our away form as well. Brighton are definitely without Enciso, because I think he's out for the season, unfortunately. He was starting to look like some player, given the number 10, he was looking really good. I wanted him to, I remember that goal against City at the end of the season last year. I think it won goal of the season. It was that good. And then potentially they're without Evan Ferguson as well, which is really good for us because he's a real threat. But obviously Brighton have far more first teamers available compared to us. So in terms of United, we are a shambles right now. I've said it so many times. We've got more club statements than wins this season. We've got more club statements than away wins this year. It's not looking great at all. The Sancho situation was just really unnecessary. It wasn't needed. I do like Sancho, but I like Ten Hag showing authority. He's had enough chances, Sancho. He went away to the mountains last year and came back, and it was exciting. He did all right. He scored a goal against Leicester. He looked half decent again, but nothing special. I was expecting more from him. And I don't really get some United fans saying they don't like Ten Hag being strict. Like, blah, 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 all this nonsense. Oh, he's been too harsh on Sancho and stuff like that. Ever since Sir Alex left, we've been crying out for a manager who won't take this sort of nonsense. If he's not doing well in training, he's not playing, and he will I have to wait. And if like these tweets and stuff like that going against the manager, I like the manager being strong at the helm, making sure he doesn't have any of this to put up with. If they're going to do that, they're not in the squad. And he wants a team of warriors. Ten Hag wants a team that's fighting on the pitch 24/7, like high pressing and stuff like that. I feel also people also seem to forget a lot of these players in this squad are the same players who were threw Oli under the bus, came sixth with I think that was the season when Ranić obviously came sixth. Ronaldo was carrying the squad. Ronaldo said a lot of these players don't work hard enough. They don't have the mentality. We seem to forget all of this. It's going to take time for us to become good again. We're so far off the big clubs. It's because obviously last year we did well. We came third. We won a trophy. And then they seem to think that we're capable of winning the Prem. It's definitely not. First thing we need to do realistically is remove the bloody Glazers and get some new staff involved apart from Ten Hag, and let Ten Hag have a bit more freedom, because I feel like the signings this season haven't really been up to par, especially with the money we're spending. And yeah, certain players I wish came in earlier, certain players I wish we just didn't buy and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to go into the predicted lineup now. It's quite difficult, this one, because we've got a few injuries, and we've obviously had a few players in international break as well, so I don't know whether they're available and stuff like that. So in goal, obviously I'm going to go Onana. Yeah, standard. Of course he's going to play. I reckon that, I don't want to butcher his name, the Turkish guy, Bayindir or something like that. I reckon that he'll play in the cup games, the new young keeper that we've got. And at right back, Wan-Bissaka will play because he hasn't been on the international break. Lindelof and Martinez I've gone as my back two, because apparently they're both available after they did go off injured against Arsenal, both of them, but apparently they're fine, so yeah. Then at left back, I'm going for Reguilon. I purely think this is because he didn't go on international break, so he's had time to work on the training grounds with Ten Hag and stuff like that. Whereas Dalot was playing for Portugal recently. I don't know how fit he is. He did play in the 9-0 win at left back again pretty recently. So I think Reguilon will start. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind Dalot at left back. There's no problem whatsoever. But I just got a feeling that Reguilon will start. Then my midfield, I've gone for Casemiro, Eriksen and McTominay. Yeah, there's no Bruno in the midfield. I'll get onto that in a second. Casemiro will play at CDM like he does every game. Eriksen will play because Mount's not available. And McTominay will just provide a little bit more balance in that midfield. And the reason I haven't put Bruno in the midfield is because I've put him at right wing, because I think Ten Hag is going to play Bruno on the right, Rashford on the left and Højlund up front. Which, don't get me wrong, this is not the lineup I want to see. I want to see Pellistri start on the right. I don't want McTominay to play. I want Bruno, Eriksen, Casemiro, Pellistri on the right, Rashford on the left, Højlund up front. But I just got a feeling he's going to play Bruno on the right. He's done that before. Bruno's played on the right before, and maybe he won't say Pellistri doesn't have as much experience. I just hope Pellistri deserves a start, I feel. We're a club all about our youth team, obviously class of 92. We've not had... I think we've got a long record where we've had at least one academy player in our team since like beginning of the 1900s or something like that. Yeah, we're all about youth, so give the boy a chance. If it goes wrong, put Bruno on the right and we'll sub him off. But hopefully, no matter what, it works out and we win the game. And then I'm going to go for a little combined 11. I'm being nice, because I feel like when you do combined 11s, you just compare player to player, whereas sometimes individual players aren't as good, or like they're better than when they play in the team. So like, obviously Man United aren't as doing well as Brighton right now, but a lot of those Man United players, head to head with the Brighton players, are better. But it's all about team. It's all about how the team plays, and that's teams win you trophies. It's not just individuals that win you trophies. So combined 11 in goal, I've got Onana again. I think he's better than Verbruggen. Verbruggen, I think, will be a good keeper for Brighton. It's just more, I think Onana's better, proved himself more. Obviously got to the Champions League final with Inter last year. Then right back, I've gone Wan-Bissaka. I think Wan-Bissaka is better than Veltman. I just think he is, realistically. Wan-Bissaka's really proved himself in the past year. He's really proved himself ever since after the World Cup. And he's been probably one of our best players this season as well. So the two centre-back pairings, I've gone Lewis Dunk and Lisandro Martinez. I think Lewis Dunk is better than Lindelof. I don't know whether that's English bias. I think Lewis Dunk's been amazing for Brighton in the past year. He got his second cap, I think, as well against Scotland, Lewis Dunk. So yeah, and then Martinez. Do I say more, really? Great centre-back. He's better than Van Heek. I think that he's going to be a good centre-back, though. No, so I'm not going to disrespect. Left-back, I've gone Estupiñán because we have no left-backs, so Estupiñán is definitely in there. I think Estupiñán's probably better. Estupiñán and Shaw is a close one anyway. So, but yeah, Estupiñán in there. Then for the midfield, I've gone for a full United midfield. I've gone Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno. I think head-to-head with the other Brighton players, they are better three. And then on the right, I've gone Solly March. Left, I've gone Rashford. Rashford and Matoma was really close, but I'm going Rashford. And then up front, it's either between Højlund and João Pedro. And I don't really know, because Højlund is a difficult one because we haven't really seen him play too much. And I think João Pedro is good as well. So I'm just going to leave that in the balance. It's one of those two. Definitely one of those two. And then to my predicted result, I went 1-1 in the predicted... my matchday predictions, and I'm going to stick with that. I think it's going to be 1-1, and I think if there is a winner, it will be Brighton, but I'm hoping United can prove me wrong and we can get 3 points in the bag and we can kick the season off right now. We had a late start last season as well. We started doing well later on, but hopefully we can win this game and push on and hopefully push for the Champions League spaces, as that's what we're ultimately looking to do. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the game later. I hope you enjoyed this video, and come on, United.